Right, so hello, if you're new here, please do subscribe, please leave us a like, a comment, I'll be sure to get back to you. Please do smash that notification bell to get notified when I release the latest content. Right, so first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to go over loads of basic moves. Right, so first of all, we're going to go over is a variation of your standard Bruce Lee pass, which goes over the shoulder like this. But instead of going over the shoulder, I'm going to show you from the back how this happens, yeah, when you go over the shoulder. But instead of catching it at the front of your body, I want you to move it behind, okay? So you can change this behind your back. Do you see? This is a pretty cool pass. It's pretty damn fundamental when it comes to doing your basics. So I'll do it with you as well. Could you move back a little bit so the camera can see you a little bit better? Thank you. I mean, you can do this practically all day, this move. It just involves drills. This is what I'd call a drill. By drills, what I mean necessarily is you're just doing it over and over again. It's repetition, right? And repetition is going to get you to get this move really cool and really perfect. And as you can see to the camera there, Ricky's adding a rotation to this, like this, so you can add this rotation as well. That more looks like a double though.
I only add that little rotation because it's giving me a little split second more to aim it. Because I struggle a little bit more going just straight up over, but that little split second kind of helps me have a second to get ready for it.
Yeah. Well, that's completely ideally, and if somebody's struggling with this a lot more than like Ricky, you'd add 1, 2, 3. You know, 1, 2, 3, and then you would aim. And start at a rate where you add these rotations until you feel comfortable about bringing it, because it does happen to go pretty close to your face, like. So, like, even just adding one rotation there. So, I believe for the WNA version, it comes into the body. So, the rotation comes here. So, I believe this is the case. Don't quote me on it because I'm not a WNA guy, but I watch a lot of their videos. So, like, you've got the rotation from the back here. It comes from the side. You see how it's on the outside? Well, instead of going on the outside, what I want you to do is bring it on the inside like this. So when you're doing this rotation, right, it's going like this. It's going around. So it's kind of like up, cracking you on the head as the rotations come round. But yeah, you just do it on the inside your body, and that just adds a little bit of an extra challenge. With your rotations. So there's 2 ways that you can do this, on the outside or on the inside. It's much like a figure 8. You know, you can add a figure 8 into this as well. I mean, there's completely endless amount of possibilities just with this one pass. You know, you learn it from there, then switch them both in where you're just doing a figure 8 and passing this back behind the back. But you can also do this, look, from over the shoulder. Add some your figure 8s in the center lane and bring it over. Yeah. So essentially all I'm doing is I'm starting a figure 8 here. It's kind of a reverse figure 8. That you're adding, but it feels very much like a reverse figure 8. But this essentially is adding rotations with passes. But yeah, again, there's many ways you can use the chucks to rotate it. I mean, this is just a simple rotation as it goes over the head. I push it down by my waist and I bring it to the side. So do you want to try that? A simple pass. It doesn't involve no changing. So what I'm showing you is this. Look. So do you know how this goes behind my head here? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down. So if you can come to the camera, Rick. Awesome stuff. Right, so first of all, what I wanted to focus on, do you know how you can do a reverse figure 8 on this side? How it goes kind of like this is in front of me now, but when I go on the other side, it's behind me, yes? What was we learning then? I just completely went off my head.
We're
Oh my God, I'll probably end up remembering this later, but it doesn't matter. Should we go into some other stuff then? What would you like to learn? What sort of techniques do you want to learn, like with your singles or your doubles, or and anything that I can help you with advice of any techniques that you might be struggling with?
What do you know for legs? Because all I got is that kind of shit, and then the under the leg aerial.
Yeah, well,
Some sort of variations there.
So, like, what I'm doing is I'm bringing this. So if I put my head in, it's going to be cracking me on the chin. Just so you know, you got this rotation right, and you're just going to put this underneath, and you see how that rests here.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you're going to do is you're going to take your other hand and go whoosh, and that will flick over to the other side. You see? So yeah. So look, as you go here. Yeah, you're going to bring your other hand. So if you think it's coming underneath your leg first and plopping on the top of your leg. So you got in this standard grip here. Yeah, the rotations are coming to the outside of the body here. And then you're going to push this underneath the leg here so it rests on top. Yeah, that's it. Now this hand that's over here, you're going to change the hand. Same side here. So you're here. And you can change the hand here, and you're going to push that over. Other hand. So if you start that again, so as you go here, and you can take the other hand, and push it, and that will turn it into an aerial. Other hand.
Oh.
So yeah, if you come to the camera and just have a look quickly. Right, so you're there, stay there, right? So you're here, right? What you're going to do is you're going to take the other hand. Yeah, so I was here. I'm going to take the other hand and I'm going to push that over. And that's going to flick onto the other side, and it's a neat little aerial. Yeah, no, other hand. Other hand. Yeah, and then bring the other hand. The one you just let go. Yes, that's it. Good man. Yes, keep practicing. Awesome. See, that's working really nice for you there. That's cool, man. Keep going. Blooming cat bed. It's a neat little move, right?
Yeah. Oh, then what?
Kick it up, kick it up. So look, Rick, come down and look. So do you know when you're here? Kick it up. Missed that one?
Yeah. I picked it up like that a lot.
Kick it up. So that was kind of like a neat little leg roll there. Like he went underneath and then it kind of rolled down his legs and kicked it up. That's really cool technique. I like that.
Oh. I play a lot of hacky sack, so.
Yeah, it's cool you're being creative, you know. It's really cool, like.
I want to get some more leg stuff in.
Yeah, I think that as well. There's this that I know, but I think it might be a little bit too hard for you, but I'll show you it if you want. Come down and watch this quickly. So evidently what I'm doing, yeah, do you see? So what I'm doing, figure eight, and then I'm going to kind of plot this underneath my leg, and so it rests on the top of my foot here. I'm going to kick this up, catch it on the other side. Yeah, so that'll work. Which shit. Yeah, there.
So there's
See,
a hacky sack move, right? It's called the rainbow, where you're kicking it, you kick it, and it goes up like a rainbow over you when you kick it with the other one. Now it's a lot more out there, but wait, so how'd you get it on your foot?
Right, so if you stand to the side, so like I'm facing directly at the wall, I'm going to go into the figure eight, and then I'm going to show you from the side. I'm going to kind of move my foot out in this way and kind of have my foot like pointed like this, because it's going to go underneath and onto the top. Do you see? So as I go here, I'll show you from the side here. I flick it underneath, and then it'll land kind of on the top. I'll get a balance. My balance is rubbish here, like that. Yeah, you kind of see, you want to get it to land on the top of your foot. I mean, legs are highly underused part of your body, like, and I think in staff, they're used an awful lot, like, and it's a shame that people don't incorporate the leg stuff. I've seen some guys from Indonesia do it, like, but it's nice to see people getting creative with like things that are not conventionally used, almost, Ricky. So it's really cool. Shall we move on now into the next move? So yeah, then so if the other leg move, which I know comes like this, and what I'm doing, I'm in a standard grip. I'm going to kind of do a rotation from the front and bring it all the way from the back, and that will flop up here. Comes from the outside, yes, like that. Try and like, hey Ricky, look, when you're doing it, trying to make sure there's a big width in the leg, and that'll make it just go easier, so you're not kind of bending down doing it like this, and you have got your back straight, sort of thing. So try and widen your legs up a little bit, and then that should come really naturally, almost like you're in horse stance. You know, like in martial arts and in kung fu, when you go down in horse stance, it's very much like that. It comes from that sort of move when you're down in horse stance.
And add a roll to it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, and that also gives you enough time to successfully like do that roll, as in this pass happens really blooming quick, and it's really close to like your kind of private parts. But if you do add a wrist roll to it, it also gives you enough time to see through that pass at the end. It's almost like before, it's almost like before when you were going on about adding an extra rotation.
Yeah, when I do my leg passes, I never just go straight. I always throw an angle at it. because I don't like to hit my parts and stuff, you know.
I don't know. There is like stuff like this that you can do. So do you remember in our last video that we done when we went over this one, as it comes behind our back? Well, what we can do is as you're getting it, look, we can move on from that, so we can turn this now into something really spicy. Okay, so if you come down and watch, so I'm going to show you from the side, and it looks like this, and it completely goes all over the body. I'm trying to get that catch. I haven't practiced this in ages. Ken Hill taught that in his channel. So if you look, it goes over your head, and you go for this back pass here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to let that back pass, and you're going to the tip of the stick, you're going to point down and flick it underneath here. So you catch it here, yeah, and then you can go over. But as you just done then, you could probably do a wrist rolling with it as well, which yeah, you can. That just adds a little bit more challenge to it as the wrist roll's happening, much like a wheel, like an upwards wheel. Which you should be able to put in with it as well, like I presume. It's a little bit harder, well, it's a lot harder trying to put the wheel into this. But it is possible to go from the wheel into the over the back, which is really cool.
Oh, yeah.
That's if you want to get really creative with your moves though. Because like when you kind of do this pass here and then you bring it up, you're kind of locked here. So what you need to do is you need to bring your hand around and grab here, and then you go into the wheel, which makes it a lot easier. Like you can also do the wheel with multiple digits. So you can kind of do your 4 fingers here. Yeah, you use 4 fingers. Most people do it like that. You can also do your thumbs. Well, we're going to mix a thumb and a forefinger. We can mix a pinky and a forefinger. We can mix a middle finger and a forefinger. And we can mix both both middle fingers. The finger next to the middle finger, and yeah, like these 2 fingers you can also do the wheel with. I mean, there's multiple ways you can do the wheel. I mean, evidently you technically should be able to do like kind of a contact variant, just using the palms of your hands, but I believe that's going to be a lot harder, which yeah, I can't successfully, but that is evidently just a wheel. You just do it with your hands. I mean, that is possible, but that's going to take a lot of work. Yeah, you kind of see it's your hands, and they get in the way in this move.
Yeah, the hands get in the way. Oh.
Right, so should we go back for that? I remembered what I was going to teach you before. So it was this, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so what I'm doing, so I'm going to start over here. I'm going to show you from the sides. I'm going to have this rotation here, okay, like this. From here, I'm just going to bring this rotation over, show you from both sides. And here. That's the first part. Next part is going to get this figure 8 over here. Show you from both sides. So we'll go here, and then we go into this reverse figure 8 here. I'll show you from over here. So we start over here, and we go into this reverse figure 8 over here. Yeah, from there, right? So once you can get the reverse figure 8 over here, when the chuck is behind you like this, so look, so go here, chuck is behind you. Chuck is behind you, and it should be going up. So 1, 2, from here, we're going to push this over and put our head through it, through the gap in our arm here, and then push it over here, and that will look like this. So can I teach you how to get the back part of the neck? You're kind of the back when you pass it at the back, it's almost like a stool on your spine. So look. So when I pass it over, look, it's more like a stall. And then just see how my arm's like a massive pointy hat. I can push that through and go here. So if you watch from this side, I bring this up, stall on the spine. Yeah, there's this big gap here, and I move that big gap over my head, and then I'm over here, and then I can continue. So remember, reverse figure eight, and then bring it over, stall on the spine, push it through your head. As I say, what? No, I'm just going to talk to the audience quickly. So with that, what he's doing. So these are basic rotations. So long as you know your reverse figure eight. Yes, Ricky, well done. So long as you know your reverse figure eight over here, and then you're going to do the stall here. But what you can do next is this. So what I'm evidently doing is I'm kind of like pushing it as I'm kind of doing a pirouette with my feet. So what a pirouette is, you go up onto your one toes, this comes up, and you kind of rotating around. So you're rotating on the top of your foot. You're going to add that in, and that looks like this, which is very hard. And if you go dizzy, it's not one you want to do over and over again, but it looks cool. Yeah, so what else you can do once you've learned this is you can add a pass. It doesn't matter where the pass goes. It doesn't matter what pass you decide to use into it. If you decide to go like this, and then you can go over here, and then whoosh, and then over here, bounce, and then we're back into this. We can do hip reels, and then bring it out. By bringing it out, I mean like we're bringing a figure eight over here, where it kind of holds in the bottom of the stack, or in between center and middle, center and bottom, we're kind of going hip reel, whoosh, hip reel, whoosh. Which, yeah. So there's multiple ways that you can move on. Right. So should we go into the next technique?
Yeah.
Right, so what I'm thinking more of is kind of more unorthodox passes, okay? So by that, I mean different things that you can do. This is the very famous in Lin Yan, by Lin Yan. They, you know, Tony Doug on the groups. You got other practitioners which use the typical Chinese stance. Well, they do a lot of these like neat little redirects. And there's multiple ones. There's multiple ways you can do these redirects. So if you stay kneeling, then you can do this technique kneeling. So what I want you to do is just see how I've got the top of my hand and I've got it pointing forward like this. What you can do now is you can kind of tuck your thumb behind the rope like this. So I was here, and then I'm going to tuck the thumb behind the rope like this. So here, like this. So that thumb, yes, well done. So from here now, what you can do is if you grab this other stick, yeah, two hands are now on it, yeah, you can unravel it. Yeah, so there's also this, right? So this comes from the bicep. So you go for this bicep clutch here. What you're going to do is exactly the same thing. You're going to karate chop in between this big gap here. And then you're going to catch it over here in this back grip. Okay? So I'll show you again. So as we go here, much like before, what we've done with our thumb, we're doing it with our hand. And we're going to kind of shoot our hand this way. And that's going to allow us to catch it in this really, really weird grip. And you're kind of catching this reverse grip. But then what you can do is you can kind of like bring this in here, and you can kind of do all these. You know, I like this is very much like snake style. but that is pretty advanced, the snake style stuff. But this redirecting motions, what you can do. So once you've got this elbow one, and you can get it over here, what you then can do is push this hand down, and then it'll unravel, and then we're just back into this grip. Yeah. So from here, you're there. Look. So we're here, and we can do this X catch now. Have you ever learned this one? Oh, here. You're doing reps with your knees. So what? They're also cool. They're also really basic. You know, I don't see you do them an awful lot anymore. Your rip rolls. It's a shame, right? Because there's multiple ways you can do rip rolls as well. Did you check my video out on Facebook? Where I done it to the side. It was kind of like this. These are rips as well. Whoops. But this is also a rip. This is more horizontal rip. So there's multiple ways you can do rip rolls. So instead of doing it like this, you're kind of doing a horizontal. There's so many different variations on the basic techniques. I don't think it's very fair to rank them in order of difficulty because there's so many of them, and it just involves a slight little tweak just to change the move. I mean, I come up with this simply from passing it behind my head in reverse grip like this. And once I could get that, then I just add the rips into it. But yeah, it's just about being creative with the tools that you've got. So many different moves, and to even just compare the difficulty, because like some people might find like in the groups, some people are finding this move here. Oops, lazy. Hang on. This move here. Yeah, I can't do it now. Oh my god. Pass, yeah, that pass. So many people are finding that hard, but once you drill it over and over again, it starts to come easy. I think I got it in four times last time, but I haven't really practiced it. I've been more practicing this. I'm trying to get it to go over down in my arm. It's called an angel roll. Very difficult. Very difficult. I like that. He's trying to pass it over there. That's cool. That's cool. He's trying that infinite finger spin. Yeah. Yeah, man, with a bit of luck, on I think it's Friday we're going to do this. We should have like a spin jam going on, which is going to be really cool.
Yeah.
I'm
my birthday too, so
yeah, I'm yet to arrange a time, but I'll try and be nice because I know you're in like Texas time, aren't you?
We're on West Coast United States time, Mountain time.
Yeah. So there's a big like difference. So like I know the cursed child. He's an hour before me. So where he lives, it'll be like near enough 3:30 now. But where we are, it's 4:30. What time are you on?
I'm an hour before Jay Reinhardt. I'm not sure my time zone exactly, but
What's the time?
it's right now is 9:30.
Yeah. So say if we arranged it for maybe like, because Jay's going to be in it as well. So we really want to be kind to him with the time zones. It might even end up being on like a Saturday when Jay hasn't got work and stuff like that. But yeah, there should be me, you, Jay, the cursed child, and I don't know. I'm going to advertise it in my Flow Arts group. See if anyone else turns up. You know, it'll be a nice little spin jam. If we can get some music playing,
Yeah.
To get a good creative flow. I think that'd be awesome, because this lockdown, like, we're not allowed to like group up and see people, are we? Which sucks, but yeah, I'm looking forward to going to London. I am. I'm gonna make some videos. What do you plan on doing with the rest of the day then?
Oh, I'm not sure yet. I gotta take Rowan home today sometime. He's still asleep. He should be asleep for quite a while because he was up till 4 in the morning. I looked up and he was watching cartoons at 4 in the morning. So
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I had a very late rise at, like I said to you before, and I was up like 12 o'clock. It's like a massive lion. That's crazy. You're not gonna see him till like 1 midday, bro. You're snoring Z's.
Oh man, the other day I had the best finger spin, man. Oh,
I still haven't got that one clean. Come like that. It's just one of those tedious moves. It's always just like.
yeah, because it's more of at first when I first was trying to figure it out, I was trying to do them like this, and Jay told me it's like this. You know, so I find myself sometimes I'll be doing it wrong, wondering why it's not working. You know. I'll get it to where I can do it on purpose.
Yeah, it's one of them moves that it comes off the wheel. It's exactly the same technique with the wheel where one finger's going up and then down, and the other finger's going to the middle and then up. The only difference between that and the wheel is your fingers going up and down. Your one finger's just trolling this road. And actually getting that continuous is pretty hard because you have only got one finger to support it. At least with the wheel, you can drive those two fingers in and stop the wheel whenever you want, just by bringing your fingers in, and it will stop it automatically. But with the infinite, you can't stop it automatically. It will just fly off unless you can control the rotations. Very, very hard.
I like this chicken wing thing I've been doing. Here, check this out. Sometimes when I do it right, it'll stall. After I kick it up, it'll just kind of float in the air for a second. That's when I come grab it with the other one.
See, I do that, but I just go into a reverse grip like this. So as you go around the back, I like kind of like try and trap this in here. So it goes around, and then this one kind of comes up. And from here, I can flick it up and catch it here and catch it. I mean, there's multiple ways you can take that and put that into a combo. But I just love that reverse grip catch. It feels really nice. Kind of pull it out, whoosh, and slides down. Pull it out. Have you tried that move just all on its own? So look, so it goes like this. Well, I've done this move in so long, bro. I'm almost like a virgin at it. But you know that it comes off that reverse grip pass here. And then you just jolt it back around your back. Reverse grip pass. And jolt it around the back. And just do that over and over again. And that's pretty neat. A neat little move, like. Have you tried the mega pinwheel, bro? So it's another one of Ken's moves. I believe it originated with Staff. So as you bring it over and pass it on the top, so you go down low, whoosh, bring it to the other side, rotation, pass to the back like this, bring it up, pass to the head, rotation, and you can add redirects to this like I just did there. But like the pinwheel is one you should know. It's pretty cool. Oh, the eczema.
Where I struggle is in the back with the passes, keeping the loop going. Like,
Yeah.
see right there where I handed right here?
Yeah. What's so many taps, bro?
Let's see, just oh shit, 15% battery. Damn.
No, don't worry so much about it. We'll cut the meeting short. Like that's cool. Yeah.
What I'm aiming for in the passing is, you know, I've got it spinning, and then when you pass, it always dies on me, and I'd like to see that loop continuing during the pass.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of times I cheat it, and instead of, you know, passing the same stick, I'll pass it, you know, like this, rather than, you know, allowing it to continue.
Yeah.
Because I cheat, I guess.
It's not cheating. It's just you. As long as you don't hit yourself in the head and knock yourself out, you know what I mean, or smash light bulbs. It's just progressing and learning. It's not really cheating. I mean, it's you might call it a cheat where it's like that's just your own individual style and your own take on the move. Because like when I do a move, it's going to be different for me than it is for you. I'm like 6'3", 6'4" tall, like, and I'm long and spindly where you're probably not as tall as me. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I'm lanky as fuck. I am, bro. so like for doing like this simple move here, it's going to be a different from you because you got a different like kind of stature sort of thing. It's just adjusting the move for you, which isn't really cheating.
I have got 12% battery. I better.
Yeah, man, that's cool. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch off. I'm not going to cut off on you quickly. Right. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Remember to subscribe. Remember to smash that notification bell. And if you find this interesting or anything like that, you know, just drop us a sub, man. It all helps. Right. See you soon, guys.